Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even got no headphone, nothing.
Yeah.
Need to move this mic closer.
You know what it is, man. My dog said I was ill prepared, but y'all know what it is.
Y'all know what it is. It's the last episode of season 6.
What's good, homies? Welcome to episode 116 of Homie Studios. It's your boy ST, the GREAT, joined by the homie Shades. What's good with your bro?
What's good with the boy?
In the season 6 in this bitch. Y'all know what it is, man. It's been a long ass season. Bro,
you know how many break we said
bro.
Right. This is the longest season ever.
Dog, this has been like
we set our own set. We have our own settings of what a season is, bro. We do not follow the typical protocol of what a season is.
Bro, I'm telling you, dog. Like I sat back and thought about it earlier, and I'm like, we really just bust out like 6 month seasons, 6+ month seasons all the time,
bro. And then take like, we were like, oh, we was off for a long time. Yeah, you just did 6 months.
Yeah. Oh, we gonna go on a break? It'd be 3 weeks, and we come back for another 6 months. Like who else has jobs like that?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? But
longshoreman.
Facts. Hey, but we grateful. We grateful, you know what I mean? We're grateful for the homies that's continuously tapping in with us, man. Hey, if y'all this y'all first time watching this and y'all on YouTube, make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit post notification bell, all that good shit. If you listening to this on the audio realm, make sure y'all are giving us 5 stars. You know what I mean? I'm using a line from Bomani Jones. Make sure y'all give us 5 stars. You give us 4 stars, I'm inclined to believe you are a hater. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hold on, look, we got here. We got the homie Marcus in the building already with us. What's good with you?
Yeah. What's happening, Marcus?
Hey man, appreciate you, Marcus.
Day one, you feel me?
Big facts. You already mean, you know, a former guest of the show.
You feel me?
You know what I mean?
Artiste
in this bit. You know, my dog out here still making music and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yo, how the hell you been?
Bro, I've been pretty good, bro. You know, I mean, it's always, you know, ebbs and flows. You know what I mean? Not to try to be all philosophical, but like kind of things you can kind of tell things are kind of predetermined based upon past choices that you make. So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta, I mean, if you're in situations where you kind of feel like you are, I don't know, I kind of feel like I've been backed against the wall a lot recently, and it's kind of crazy that God just got you right there, and he's just like, yo, just be still, I got you.
Yeah.
You know, I got you. How much other stuff have we been through recently?
Right.
Like, just don't even think about everything. I've just think about recently. You know what I'm saying? So
he'll talk to you all the time. It's up to you if your ears want to listen. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's up to you if you want to listen. And shout out to the homie Marcus, said he's shooting a music video next week, Sunday. Stay tuned. Hey,
bro, when that thing done, please let us know so we can shoot that mug live on air and get some blast, get some media attention behind that thing. Right? Let's get it done for the homie.
Especially when we come in next season and we got a whole bunch of different. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about the additions to the pod for season 7 later.
Yeah.
But hey, man, God was talking to me this week. You know what I'm saying?
Won't he do it?
And he was saying,
hey, man, say, man.
I'm giving you a test. And I'm gonna put you through the ringer through this test. It's up to you to make it out of this, you know. And I'm gonna just give you the little bit of guidance I'm gonna give you, and I want to see how you maneuver. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie, I almost failed that test. Man. Work has been chaotic, to say the least. And your boy almost said, chuck them deuces on them niggas. You know, so your boy almost said I'm out. You know what I mean? But thankfully for God's grace and having an amazing fiance at the crib that was talking me through all of my issues that I was having with said job, you know, your boy was able to make it back to the place of employment, keep the ducats rolling. But
shouts out to Queen.
but also there's things there's things in play with that too. You know what I'm saying? And I just looked at like my life and I'm like, bro, how can you quit your job and you ain't got nothing lined up? That was really the easiest thing. Like, hey, you can do it.
That's called maturity, bro.
You can do it, but bills don't. You can't quit your bills. You can't quit. You can't quit rent payments. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can, but you're gonna be in these streets. And I got a a lady to take care of, man. So we can't have that. We can't have that.
Can't have that.
But yeah, man, that's how that's how my week been going, man. I was very up and down. We started she hosts trivia throughout the week, and I do a little scorekeeping on Tuesdays. Well, we picked up a new gig for Thursdays. You know what I'm saying? So your boy was down at Burrito Gallery in Riverside.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
That sounds like a good time.
It was, it was a small crowd because we gotta build that up. But at the same time, she killed that shit. Like they ain't a better trivia host in Duval County than my baby. You know what I'm saying?
You did. Give her an air horn, huh? You did.
Ain't a better one in town, bro. Florida. Ain't a better one in Florida. You know what I'm saying? She really is great at what she does, man. It's always dope to just sit back and watch her do her thing.
Bro, kind of like a DJ, bro.
Yeah.
Just working the crowd.
Working the crowd, bro. She's beastly with it, man. She's beastly with it, dog. But yeah. So we did, pick that up. Everything is lovely. You know what I'm saying? So let's get started, dog. Let's talk about this $1 million worth of game interview with the Prince family. So obviously they told their side of what really happened to Takeoff. Fill us in, dog.
Yeah, so I forgot the other guy's name, but he's part of the Prince family as well. But he was the one outside. But basically, they first of all shouts out to Gillian Wallow for doing such a great job and starting the interview with respect to both sides. And the only reason why they took the interview was because they found out that Jay Prince, he talked to QC, he talked to I forgot the guys that run it over there, but he talked to quality control, he talked to everybody on that side, and they had an understanding. They came to an understanding, and they got to know what really happened and things of that nature. So that's why and he got the okay to come on and do the interview and everything too. So so basically, like Jay Prince Jr., like a lot of people were trying to tie a lot of things to Jay Prince Jr. Just like Duke the Jeweler, I think his name was, or something like that got associated with Jay Prince Jr. because he died after coming to Houston or being somewhere around Jay Prince Jr. But Jay Prince Jr. was actually inside. He was actually inside paying the bill. So they try to say like Jay Prince Jr., it was a dice game, and him and Jay Prince Jr. and Quavo got into it and blah, blah, blah. And Jay Prince Jr. confirmed that, or on his side, he was inside paying the bill and everything when the shots went off and everything. And the bullets went through the window and everything and almost hit him, and he had to duck off. So, and then I forgot his name. I think it's Mike Prince, or I think it's Mike Prince. Okay. I think that's his name, but I don't know if that's Jay Prince's other son or his cousin. It's either his son or his cousin or something, or nephew or something like that. But Mike was outside, and apparently there was a dude on Quavo's side, on Quavo's team, that doesn't normally come with them. They never seen him before. And this was the dude, he got upset. Basically there was a conversation about sports that got heated. And like Quavo, then that's when Quavo said like, man, let me go ahead and he came over to Mike Prince and was talking like that's who he said it to, like, man, let me go ahead and whatever if I hurt one of these boys or whatever. That's when whatever was said. That's when Quavo's boy kept going after they squashed it and everything, and he's the one that drew the weapon first. So I think he's the one that started, based on what they're saying, he's the one that started the pulling out the gun and the gunplay first, and then that's when Jay Prince people retaliated.
Look, man, what you don't want to see is a life lost based off of a sports argument. You know what I mean? Like the genesis of the whole scenario was based off of a sports.
Like, bro, you
like,
and then the dude, and then they got court. Like Jay Prince had brought court documents from the dude, and like the dude is like they got him on whatever lying, trying to get the princes, trying to cut deals to get the princes in trouble. That's not even what happened. So
so much of this culture, man, that is you look at it and you say, okay, you got dudes lying, trying to get other people hemmed up, all that kind of shit, right? And yo, what's up, Reg? What's popping with you, dog? How you doing, brother?
What up with the boy, huh?
You know what it is, but like, there's so much of this culture, man. You sit back and you got people that, to me, when I hear, okay, you was trying to get this person, it's selfish, it's conniving. You know what I mean?
Right.
And honestly, bro, we just need to be honest with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to be honest with
accountability, bro. Nobody wants to be accountable, bro. They just want to say whatever, do whatever they want, and don't want the consequences on the back end.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or they just want the money and don't want to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? It's like kind of part of the microwave culture. Like they think that people just get wealthy or get successful and all that junk overnight, and it's not overnight, yo.
No, it's not an overnight thing.
Or it's not just them; it's a whole team behind them.
Right. It takes a village. You know what I mean? But to hear that, you know, we lost. Like, granted, I'm gonna be real transparent. Like, Migos is not my cup of tea, right? But what they represent for the culture, for our culture, for hip hop culture, they was like the top dogs of this generation. Of this generation of hip hop. You know what I mean? They brought a sound, a wave that a lot of people tried to mimic, a lot of people tried to emulate. And when you lose one of them and it's over some shady shit.
Yeah. And for me, bro, I wasn't on Migos, kind of like what you can say, like when I was on Currency, when I was on Jody Breeze, like I was a Lil Wayne, like I was on them from the beginning. But I know people that was on them from the beginning that was telling me, like, bro, these boys gonna blow, and they did. Mm-hmm. And after a while, I started to respect them. First, I respected them because I saw that they was growing and they really was flowing. Yeah. They weren't just mumbling. And then out of all of them, Takeoff was my favorite. So
he was the one. To me, Takeoff was the spitter of the group. You know, like as far as like,
I kind of felt Offset was, but
I still feel like Takeoff had some crazy.
Takeoff shit. Was the
not the spitter, but he was the how would you describe it?
He's like to me, he's like the T.I., the 50 Cent of the group.
Right.
Like he had the full package.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can tell that he was really what he was about, what he was saying, I believed. That's one thing for sure.
He had the grit of the group.
And then from what I hear about him, it was true. He's kind of like,
he was the mellow one.
Yeah, he was the one that was the most calmest but everybody was like, he's about his business though. Like, you know what I'm saying? But his flows, like what he was doing, like that was my style. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was, you know what I'm saying? Like how he used to come with his, bro, just like how he made his music and everything. Like I was like, yeah, I can see it. And he was getting better and better and better.
Yeah. That's the one thing about all of them. All of them were getting better. Like as normally sometimes what you see with some artists, man, you'll see they'll come out with that first project, and you know that was their passion project. That was the one when they were super hungry.
They didn't have anything past that though.
They were super hungry, but then once they got a little bit of success, then you start seeing the music starting to slack off a little bit. But with them, they continue to get, like, it's the same way I look at 21. Like initially, I wasn't messing with 21. You know what I mean? But you put 21 in the right rooms. You get him with the right features.
Yep.
And then his pen has to grow. You know what I mean? His pen has to grow. The same thing was going on with the Migos. Even when they split, you still saw them out there putting out projects, and they were getting better and better and better and better with each project. You know what I mean?
That Quavo Travis Scott album, hard. That mixtape they made, that was dope.
Super hard. But first of all, shout out to Gillian Wallow. I don't know why I couldn't think of names for a fucking second. Dog.
$1 million worth of game.
$1 million worth of game, man. Shout out to them for first of all getting this interview.
Because that had to be tough,
bro. What?
That had to be because the way they was asking the questions, bro, like they was being very cautious. You know what I'm saying? Like just they handled that junk with care,
as they should, because it wasn't. It's not a easy. That was not an easy interview to pull off.
Nah,
you know what I mean. Like it's a lot. It's still fresh. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So you gotta handle it delicately. Why can't I speak today? Damn. Might have to. Definitely will. But no, you gotta handle it delicately, man. You gotta, and they did just that. They was able to break the ice, get everybody more comfortable in the conversation, and
they actually put some truth out there for people that was actually there.
Yeah,
not like somebody that had a phone and taking 3 seconds from the phone clip and then whatever.
It's good to see though, man.
And then another thing I forgot, they said, Jay Prince took Quavo took Quavo to the hospital and was with Quavo for 3 hours at the hospital after everything happened.
Craziness, man. Well, still, once again, condolences.
Jay Prince Jr. I'm sorry, Jr. Not Jay Prince. Jay Prince Jr.
Condolences to
Takeoff and his family.
Takeoff and his family and his friends. Condolences to the Migos. I understand even at what was the most recent award show? The Grammys.
Yeah,
Grammys was. I heard they had the Takeoff and Quavo. Not Takeoff and Quavo, but Quavo and Offset. They had a little spat before the event.
Yeah, because Quavo had like an award, or he was receiving something, or he had a part of a show, and then he didn't want Offset to come out there with him, and then Offset felt some type of way about it,
as he should, especially in the moment that they're in. You know what I mean? Like, I understand like there was a falling out or whatnot, but still, like y'all just lost a brother.
Yeah, you got to use that moment to come back together, not be more separated. But everybody has a way of grieving, and he probably, Quavo can probably feel some type of way because Offset wasn't there.
Yeah,
and just everybody. I think everybody got their way of grieving. So, but I think eventually, they'll squash it.
Eventually, hopefully,
I think so. I think
hopefully they just got the people in their corners that, not yes men, but will tell them what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And hopefully get them and sit them in a room, air out all the grievances, and because y'all came up together. You know what I mean? And what you don't want to see is the industry.
And Takeoff gonna want y'all to be back together,
right? And what you don't want to see is the industry. Rip them apart more further than they already are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you want to see them try to mend that relationship, and hopefully get some music out of that. Also, you know what I mean. But hey, time will tell with that. But let's go ahead and slide over to this barbershop, dog.
Get cleaned up real quick.
Hey, your boy got the little fade. You can't see. I got headphones on, but your boy got the fade. Right
cleaned
now.
up.
You know what I'm saying? So, and actually, I didn't do this last week. There was no barbershop intro last week, so let's go and get that done. Get that shit done now. Cause it's time.
What's it time for, man?
For barbershop talk. Baby. Y'all know the fucking vibes, man.
Let's keep putting it down for the last episode.
You know what it is, man. You know what it is, man. Hey, you see Britt. She knew what time it was. You see the comment. You know what time it is. Yo, and if you want some words of encouragement, baby, go ahead and rewind this podcast from the beginning.
Yiddy.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the motherfucking vibes is what she said. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Hey, we ain't doing the wheel today. You know, we just gonna talk about some shit.
We just gonna talk today,
So
man.
the first thing we got to talk about is the Super Bowl.
Cause somebody called it right.
Everybody was on the Eagles, except your boy. I told y'all. It's Mahomes until it ain't. And it's still Mahomes.
Man,
Granted.
Let's talk about that.
But let's talk about the game because
because I mean it was Mahomes, but it wasn't like.
I'm gonna tell you
because my thing. Jalen Hurts outplayed him.
I'm gonna tell you who it was. It wasn't Mahomes.
Kadarius?
Mahomes won. No, it wasn't Kadarius either. It was Nick Bolton. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Nick Bolton, the linebacker for the Chiefs.
That boy was balling.
He had the scoop and score.
That boy was everywhere.
He had a second one, but they said
ain't he a rookie?
Yeah, he had a second one, but then they said who's the back that caught that shit?
Jerick McKinnon.
No.
I'm sorry.
Other squad.
Was it Watkins?
It was either
Miles Sanders or Watkins.
It was either Miles Sanders or Watkins. It was one of them two that
they didn't have possession. I think it was Miles Sanders.
They said he didn't have possession. I'm gonna give him that. It could be. I thought if they would have called it the other way, I would have been like, all right, cool, whatever.
Yeah, but I don't think he made a football move. He like legit turned. If it had been another half a second, then maybe. But it was like perfect timing.
But Nick Bolton went out there and was like, you know what? I'm gonna go have a game. Boy had mad tackles. Obviously, the scoop and skull. You know what I mean? I honestly, I would have gave him the MVP. But that's neither here nor there.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes had 3 tutties, so
Patrick Mahomes had 3 tutties.
Only 185
yards passing.
He ain't need it.
He ain't need to throw that. When you get the ball down right at the 10-5 yard line twice. Yeah, you ain't gonna have a 40-yard tutty. You know what I mean? You know, it's not necessary. Here's 4 yards, boom, touchdown for Sky Moore. Here's 5 yards, boom, touchdown for Kadarius. You know what I mean? And like, it's the fact that even in the Super Bowl, Mahomes is like, yeah, I'm not going to pass a lot. I'm not going to pass for as many yards, but I'm still going to hit a lot of targets. He started off with the most the predictable one.
Kelsey.
We knew Kelsey was going to get in there. My boy Mike last week said Kelsey had already scored and the game ain't even started. Then the game started and he scored. You know what I mean? But the Chiefs went out.
Nice behind pass.
The Chiefs went out there.
Woo, that pass. That out and up.
The Chiefs went out there. Woo, and they kept Patrick Mahomes clean.
I did not expect that.
Against a team that was what? Either first or second in sacks on the season.
They arguably was the number 1, number 2 defense. So
right, exactly. You know, they're a top 2 defense in the league. And they went out there and they kept Mahomes clean. Now, granted, some of that can be contributed to the fact that that field was garbage. The grass was garbage. Niggas was slipping left and right.
Yeah, that was.
But regardless, those are the playing conditions. Who gonna step up? You know,
the player said it felt like they was at a slip and slide or
ice skating rink in this bitch. But it was good to see. The defense step up for them too when they needed it. You know what I mean? Because honestly, that first half and really most of the game, Jalen Hurts was out there balling.
Jalen Hurts only made that one mistake when he fumbled that ball.
One mistake.
But boy, that boy was balling.
Boy, I'm talking
about
driving down the field, big passes.
Nick Wright think they're gonna make that quarterback sneak illegal.
Look here, man. If they was gonna, I get it. But I don't get it. Okay, so we got a foolproof play that we know we can pick up.
Well, if they're gonna do that, then put 2 linebackers right there to push the linemen. if they got
linebackers won't be able to put. You need more defensive linemen to push back those linemen.
But if you do that, then they're gonna do a trick play on your behind.
They do trick plays anyway. They did the merry-go-round play in the Super Bowl. They did the Chiefs did the merry-go-round play in the Super Bowl, dog. I didn't think I was like, they better not break that out. That's all I was saying to myself before the game. I was like, I think I said it on the pod last week. They better not go out here and play that damn merry-go-round play in the Super. And then what they do? Scored on it. Like, bro, you want to talk about plays that should be taken out? It's that one. Dog, how many people can move in the backfield? That's all I want to.
Like, bro.
Dog.
But yo, I mean, Patrick Mahomes for sure. That punt return from Kadarius Toney.
Tony had a very big game too.
Yeah, Tony was huge, and it's so crazy how he's on another team and he can't get no playing time, and then all of a sudden you go to Andy Reid. And then he slowly incorporates him into the offense to where now you're in the Super Bowl and you ain't even have him the whole year.
Yeah, Daboll.
You ain't even have him the whole year. And he get a touchdown and he has the longest punt return in the Super Bowl.
Didn't Brian Daboll win who won Coach of the Year?
Daboll.
Giants, right?
Mm-hmm.
That same
you
coach.
Should have lost some points.
That same coach who won Coach of the Year. Couldn't figure out how to use Kadarius Toney. Make it make sense, dog.
And you have receiver problems. No, it's just that Kadarius didn't want to play with Daniel Jones.
I would want to go play for Patrick Mahomes too. Shit. Got me fucked up. Shit, I'm trying to play with Patrick Mahomes, and I don't play football anymore. Keyword anymore. If y'all want to hit me up, I'll get in the training room right now. What you mean? but Philly ain't got nothing to be embarrassed about. Y'all,
bro, what an amazing game!
They could have easily won that game. I think it was.
I mean, if you come down to that one turnover, and there was a play where they did have a drive where they had a 3 and out.
I mean, that's.
But besides that, bro, they was going at it from jump.
Yeah.
First drive,
bro. This is what we expect when we see a Super Bowl.
Yes,
like granted,
they did not disappoint at all.
Yes, it was high scoring, but defense was still played. Special teams was a factor. Both offenses was clicking at a point.
You had plays from all three phases.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterbacks was throwing the ball well. You had a couple of good runs.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks had to run the ball.
Pacheco, boy.
Special teams. Pacheco out there.
Pacheco
good catches, good throws, deep balls.
No matter what happened in that Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts has arrived, bro.
He's here.
Like it's not even just arrived. He's planted the flag and said, "Yo,
I'm here.
I'm here, dog." And I'm a problem. And I'm a problem.
I'm a problem.
Like
I'm surrounded with talent.
That first pass he hit AJ Brown.
Oh, that deep ball?
Yeah, for the tutty. Bro. And then the one where he hit Devonta Smith on the sideline right, and then he stepped out right before the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Like these passes, this is coming from the guy that's got benched, had to transfer.
In the biggest game. That was another thing. He did that in his biggest moment. And that was his knock.
Nobody can say anything about Jalen Hurts to me ever again. I had a guy who I used to work with who's the biggest Alabama fan, bro. And he used to tell me, bro, I just want to see Tua. Because all Jalen Hurts, he's like he pushes the ball. It's like he don't have any touch.
Oh, we got touch now.
He got touch now. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Y'all still did well with moving.
Shouts out to Tom House.
Yeah, big facts. Because that man is the QB.
That is a QB guru.
Whisperer.
Yeah, that is the QB guru.
No, but like shout out to Alabama. Y'all still got it right. Y'all made the right move by going to Tua. We get it. But Jalen Hurts can't go back All-Star. Can't go back All-Star. Man can't go back to just living the civilian life. My dog said, All right, y'all don't want me. I'm gonna go over to Oklahoma. I'm gonna ball out. We're gonna make it to the playoffs. Might not win that bitch, but then that's what that did was that got me into the league.
Because that made me a better passer because I went with Lincoln Riley.
Exactly. But this is what was told to him. Nick Saban was like, "Hey, you should transfer to Oklahoma." Nick Saban told him he should transfer to Oklahoma. He was like, "Look, we're going with Tua. You got a year of eligibility. I think if you transfer, make sure it's to a school that you're going to get great quarterback coaching from. I think going to Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley, he'll get you ready for the league." That, as much as I can't stand Saban, that's Saban knowing his player and knowing what's best for him, even if it ain't going to be with Alabama.
He's done that with a lot of players, bro.
Absolutely.
Switching Trayvon Diggs to corner.
Yeah. Like, it's just like understanding what your players need and then making sure you give it to them. Even
at least he ain't try to like be. Yeah, he could have been slimy and been like, "Oh, it's a quarterback competition and blah blah blah." Right, mess his whole program.
He kept it a being with him, and like that has to be commended at this point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be like, okay, as much as I don't like this guy, he's a real one when it comes to his play. That's why his players don't got nothing bad to say about him.
He's a true leader, bro. They love that man.
He's a leader of men. He's a leader of young men.
No matter what happens this whole season, this is why I'm not surprised, and this is why I picked him. I mean, I know it's just fantasy, but I picked him in one of my big leagues, and I was like, after I found out he worked with Tom House, I was like, Jalen Hurts already had the leadership part down.
Oh yeah.
Now you worked with Tom. Like, Dak needs to go work with Tom. I think Tom would correct some of them interception mistakes, but Jalen transcended. There was really only one part of his game he needed to work on, and that was the touch ball.
Yep.
And also, he improved on making all the easy passes consistently. Jalen has arrived, bro. Like you said, Jalen has arrived.
He's let y'all know. Y'all know,
and he's one of the most effective running quarterbacks out there.
All right, so let's talk about this part. The pass interference call. You agree with that call, or you disagree with it?
I agree with that. I kind of wish they would have let it go, but it's a pass interference. So
yeah, I look at it.
It's not like it wasn't a pass interference,
right? Like, one, you didn't.
I'm just saying I've seen worse. You know what I'm saying? They don't call that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, and definitely, Red, Dak is a hell of a quarterback. He still has things he can work on.
Yeah, Dak's definitely a good quarterback, but his weaknesses is kind of like the same thing with Josh Allen. It's inconsistencies. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Kind of like a Kirk Cousins. Like, they can kill you. You know what I'm saying? But then you got them games, bro, where you don't know if it's going to come against competition. You don't know if it's going to come against like lesser talent, or you know what I'm saying? They got them games where if they make an interception, it's a snowball effect. And they just get into that. Oh my God! Like, it's like, I don't know.
Exactly, and I got to agree here with Reg regarding the pass interference. He says it's an excellent call. Held him twice on the same play. Absolutely.
You can't pull the jersey and then hook him.
You can't
then hook the hip.
Exactly. You can't hook the hip, and you can't. And it was clear as day that he grabbed the jersey, especially if you got the correct camera angle, which, you know, the angle that they originally showed, everybody was like, no man. Well, guess what? That ain't the angle that the ref was able to see the shit from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He saw jersey pull.
For real. Especially when the camera angle, when you can actually see the jersey pull, it's like,
like at
that's point, the definition of pass interference.
And then you got people talking about, well, you can't make that call in that situation.
Yes, you can. That's what it's for.
That's why you make that's why the rules are there. Because let's reverse the roles. If they don't call it there, and then they just have to kick the field goal, give them another minute and 30 to go down the field, then they go down and Philly goes down and score and wins the Super Bowl, then what's going to be the talking point at that point?
Oh, that's the game. How can
you not call that play in that scenario?
Yeah, so it's a lose-lose.
Like, what it is
but it's better to be on this side because that's the right call.
Yeah.
So what can you say?
This is what happens when you got prisoner of the moments. That's a prisoner of the moment type of thought.
Yeah.
No, grand scheme of things, if that's a penalty in the first, it's a penalty in the fourth. It's a foul in the first, it's a foul in the fourth.
No, I agree with
You
that.
know what I mean? And now what they were saying, well, it wasn't so consistent throughout the game. What we gonna
They
know?
called that game pretty darn well.
They part like I thought
That was better than that Kansas City Tampa
my
Bay
God,
bullcrap.
Oh my God, that game was so garbage. Like now, if y'all want to sit here and be like, y'all need to get new refs, sure, do that. But
That
you
game
can't.
was-
But what you ain't gonna be able to sit here and tell me is that when a guy gets held twice in one play, in the same play, in the waning minutes of the Super Bowl, that you ain't gonna make the call.
He got
Like-
double routed.
He got routed up, and like I just don't I don't understand. Like, yeah, he's bullshit, right? Exactly, Reg. You gotta make the call. There's no other call to make other than the PI.
You got to, fam.
And Reg agrees. They did call a great game. I agree.
Reds called a really good game.
I thought it was I thought overall, I thought it was a great.
I'm so
Super
glad
Bowl.
Brady's gone, bro. I don't got to deal with no more of that bull crap.
Who?
Brady.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
That was the Brady effect.
Yeah, it was. Man, everything that we see in the NFL right now is the Brady effect. Because a lot of the NFL was not catered to just quarterbacks. It was catered to Brady. And now, hey, yo, shout out to Brady. 23, 24 years?
Bro, I can't say
league?
that, I love Brady, but I respect it, bro. I'm so glad you gone, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that's how you
I'm
know.
so glad.
That's how you know the respect is high. I'm so happy you out of here, dog. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
Because boy, he shit on a lot of people's teams. The AFC, boy, it wasn't a team in the AFC that couldn't stand that could stand Brady.
Bro, if Brady wasn't there, like probably Aaron Rodgers would probably have another one. Ben Roethlisberger probably.
Peyton
would have had like 2 or 3 more.
Like,
dang, he stood in the way of a lot of people.
Yeah, he's like he was like how Jordan was for some
Yeah.
players. You know what I mean? Like
Charles didn't get one.
Charles
Patrick didn't get one.
Right? Why? Because Jordan was
there.
You know what I mean? So like
Carl didn't get one.
Yeah,
John Stockton, Gary Payton.
It's a lot of greats that didn't get an NBA championship.
Jordan was like Clyde Drexler.
And the same rules apply for Brady, dog. You know what I mean? The only team that can sit here
Olajuwon got one.
Only team that can sit here and be like Brady is the Giants.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell they beat them with Eli damn Manning.
He should be looking lost.
Now, Reg has a question. He says, is Brady the actual GOAT or is it the hardware? So, is Brady the most talented quarterback I've ever seen in my life? No. He's just able to win. He was able to win games. Granted, that's a team result. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Brady is the quarterback. You know, quarterbacks get majority of the credit and majority of the criticism too. But
I mean,
he's not the great. He is not the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Like, but he's the most winningest of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's why they're talking about greatest. You know what I'm saying? Like greatest, they're talking about as far as when you say the greatest, I'm thinking you're talking about not only skill set, but also championships. Like you're talking about hardware. So, if it wasn't for the hardware, then no. It's specifically the hardware, because if you take away the Super Bowls, then there's a whole bunch of quarterbacks I'll take before Brady.
But see, this
you know what I'm saying?
This is the thing. But
like Brady would be in my top 5. You know what I'm saying?
Brady is one of those guys that no, he is not the physically greatest at pretty much anything quarterback related, but mentally,
yeah, that's the part. That part.
So
I'd rather take. But if we were like doing like a pick a quarterback, you know what I'm saying, from all the eras and everything, like I'll pick Peyton.
That's exactly what Reg was gonna say.
He was
like who is?
No, I'm going with Peyton. I'll take Peyton over any quarterback that I've seen.
Aaron Rodgers. Arm talent can't be touched. Mobility, he moves around just well enough to keep defenses off of mental game stronger than hell. Everything about Aaron Rodgers' game to me says GOAT, except he don't have enough hardware, right? And that's really the only thing that kind of slides him down. But I'll tell you right now, don't let Mahomes get 3 more.
Oh, he the GOAT.
Don't let that boy get 3 more. And
two more MVPs.
And let's also not act like that's a real possibility. Because that's definitely a possibility.
As long as Andy Reid there.
As long as Andy Reid is there. Now it sucks for him because the enemy is gone. But it still was Andy Reid's offense. And I'm sure Andy Reid's gonna be able to find somebody to delegate that information to and make sure the play calling is
next
man up. You know what I mean? But yeah, don't let Mahomes get 3 more. Like it don't even really got to be 3 more. He got what, 2?
2 and 2 MVPs.
2 and 2 MVPs.
You already got 2 MVPs.
And now, will he get the LeBron effect, where they're gonna just start giving them to other people, even though it's very obvious.
I mean, like Patrick Mahomes doing it, he's gonna be 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards plus. He's gonna have to break his own records type stuff, and he can do it. Because they did what they did this year with just Kelsey. Mm-hmm. Once you give him a number, like a good receiver,
a true number one, or just let these young guys that they got on the team continue to mature. Honestly,
like Sky Moore,
But
I think they need that. They need like a DK. They need a T Higgins. They need a big body.
Who says they can't get T Higgins?
I don't know. They probably could, but it would be a wrap.
Bro,
it would be a wrap.
Turn Kadarius Toney into Percy and let's roll. Just get them because he's one of those niggas you get the ball in space and
he needs to be in the slot.
It's a wrap,
bro. That boy shook them boys on that punt return, boy.
my man said either one of y'all would throw 4,000 yards in the Andy Reid offense. Look,
I don't know, not with this shoulder.
My arm ain't like that, dog. I'm gonna keep it a bean. This noodle ass arm, boy. This shit ain't throwing shit.
I got an arm, Reg, but my junk from injuries, bro. Like my junk, clink, clink, clink. I'll be done by the first quarter, bro. Don't let me get hit. I'll be like, all right, I'm done, Andy. We're gonna have to run the Wildcat.
Yeah. No, don't try to put that on my arm. No. Ain't no 4,000.
Nah, bro, but
ain't no 4,000 around here, dog. I'm letting you know. A solid 1,300.
But that's what I'm saying. Mahomes.
That's what you're getting from me, right?
Bro. The Chiefs can actually get better, though, bro.
Of course.
Bolton's going to get better. The defense can get better. Like, they still don't have a number one corner since Marcus Peters. They still don't have that guy, boy.
Right.
If they get a corner and a receiver,
bro, I'm telling you, dog.
Because they got Chris Jones, they need a corner and a receiver.
Oh shit! Shut up, dog. Sorry, guys. I'm just scrolling here on my phone, and I'm trying to find something here real quick. Gallery in Riverside.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. What I mean? That that was just the future wifey sitting there saying, what's up?
You did.
But yeah, okay, my bad. I'm seeing some information as this just a quick ninja. University of Miami has pretty much lost all their coaches, right? like we formed this massive coaching staff last year. Offensive coordinator gone, defensive coordinator gone, linebacker Charlie Strong gone. Dude's leaving, right? And that's cool, because that's gonna happen in college sports. You're gonna have attrition at these coaching positions, but we just keep adding. We keep finding new people to plug in these coaching positions. We got now, granted, you can look at this and be like, how do you know he's gonna translate? But I look at, we got like our offensive coordinator came from Toledo, right? One thing I know about Toledo, yeah, sure, when they playing against the big schools, hold on. The pay ain't competitive. No, I'm sorry, Reg. That you're thinking about old school Miami, dog. Ever since Dan Radakovich came in from Clemson, that's when money started coming out, and all of a sudden, Life Wallet with John Ruiz and them boys down there with the for our NIL collective and stuff like that, they started making major donations towards getting the school back into competitive mode. Our assistants are some of the highest paid in college football. Now, were they good? Like was old boy who we got from Michigan? Was he good? Nah, Josh Gaddis, that's his name. Was he good? Nah, he was overpaid as fuck though. I think he made like $2 million last year. If I'm getting my numbers mixed up, my bad. But
them boys getting paid and y'all.
We was garbage, utter cheeks, dog. Like
that's why the boys be getting pissed.
Like Reg, like dog. Yeah, definitely. That was the the issue with Miami beforehand was like, yeah, we wasn't paying nobody shit. Like our assistants, our assistant, our offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator was getting like maybe like 800 compared to these other schools. That ain't shit. You know what I mean? But now, shit, I know that. I'm sorry, I said 2. I think it was like 2.5, 2.5, because we was trying to bring in some of the best coaches. Josh Gaddis was the coordinator of the year in college football the year before we brought him down here, and our offense looked like garbage. So guess what? He had to go, and I'm so glad I got a coach now in place that when it's time to make a change, he ain't afraid to make the change immediately. That was the issue with Randy Shannon, with Al Golden, with Mark Richt, because he had his son on the staff, with Manny Diaz. Every time they just wanted to hang on to their guys, and fuck that, man. This is you're gonna end up ruining your career. You know, stop trying to be play homeboys with people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad to see that they was able to make moves. My bad, I got us completely off track.
No, you good, bro. You talking about the squad? You said Ninja Tape.
My bad. I got us off track. No, I'm good. I got it.
But no, we was talking about some things earlier, and I wanted to kind of bring up the whole D-Hop situation, because at first it was reported that D-Hop put it out there that he wanted to go to the Jaguars or the Chargers.
Yeah.
And so we kind of got a little excited. You know what I'm saying? We found out he had a no trade clause. Come to find out, once you got suspended, that clause got voided.
Oh, damn.
So the Cardinals get to send D-Hop anywhere they want to, and they definitely not send him to the NFC. So he will be going to an AFC team.
Yeah. It's unfortunate for us, right? Like that's highly unfortunate for us, because you would like to see
D-Hop to the Ravens.
D-Hop to the Ravens that has to be a move.
That would be disgusting.
But the Ravens AFC, right?
Yeah. That would be disgusting.
D-Hop to the Ravens has to happen. But the thing is like, do the Ravens have anything? Holy Red said D-Hop is damn near my age. Yeah. But
nah, he only like 31.
I say this about D-Hop. Him going to the Ravens, that's a double benefit. That's a double benefit. It's something that is truly imperative that needs to happen. Because like how many more years y'all gonna keep running out Lamar Jackson with no true number one?
Yeah, you bring D-Hop, that definitely opens it up for Bateman. That definitely opens it up for Duvernay. That definitely going to open up for Mark Andrews. D-Hop going to get his balls regardless.
Isaiah Likely.
I like him.
I like Likely too. Yeah,
they do need to draft they need to draft another running back and get another running back free agency while they playing.
I mean, they got Dobbins, and he's.
I don't know. He gonna last. He been hurt for the past 3 years, 4 years.
What he did was he got hurt. He had the surgery. He said he didn't feel right after that surgery, so he went to rehab, got that surgery cleaned up, and then when he finally came back in this year, all he did was ball, because he felt like his body. He felt like his. What you mean about? It played out exactly how it played out.
I need in NFL. One thing I learned is insurance.
No, but that's the thing. They had good running backs. They still had Gus Edwards behind him. They had Kenyon Drake behind him.
But Gus get hurt too much too, man. You need somebody. You need,
bro.
I mean,
injuries happen in the NFL, bro. So you got to understand when you get these guys healthy again, you want them to come back out there. You want them. It's 53-man roster, Shades. That's how many people is on the roster. It's 53. You can't have 7 running backs. That ain't how this works.
I know. That's why you need a release and sign.
Why?
Because you can get better talent to be around Lamar.
You wanted to keep James Robinson.
James Robinson was that dude.
He got hurt.
And he came back balling quicker than most.
And he got hurt.
He didn't get hurt again.
Did he get hurt?
He did not get hurt again. He said he was ready to play. We held him out because we were trying to trade him.
Did he get hurt initially?
Yeah, he had Achilles.
I'm just saying.
But Gus Edwards been hurt the past 3 years. He has not played a full season yet.
Yeah, most running backs don't play a full season, dog.
Yeah. Come on, bro. 3 years in a row. Come on, fam.
Bro. Don't come on, bro, me, dog. When
fam.
You know what I just said made sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They need.
That's why they got
J.K.
Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins been hurt. He's not hurt now, but he's been hurt, and Gus Edwards has been hurt.
First of all, he got hurt one time.
Just listen to this.
J.K. Dobbins got hurt.
Just listen to me, dang it.
J.K. Dobbins got hurt one time.
Just listen to me, dang it, and tell me if you still feel the same way. Tell me if you still feel the same way. Listen to this running back free agency.
Go ahead.
You already know Saquon about to get re-signed to the Giants, probably. Saquon, Kareem Hunt, Rashad Penny, Jamal Williams, Josh Jacobs, Mark Ingram, Rex Burkhead, Raheem Mostert, Deonta Foreman, Mike Boone, Boston Scott, Samaje Perine, Ronald Jones II, Miles Sanders. Oh, he getting signed back.
Perine getting signed back.
Who?
Perine.
Yeah, Perine getting signed back. Jerick McKinnon, he getting signed back.
Most of the good names you said, like the
Matt Breida,
the good ones, not the Breeders or the
Latavius Murray, Jeff Wilson, Kenyon Drake, Justin Jackson.
Kenyon Drake was on their team.
They can get him back. Tony Pollard. James Robinson.
He's the number 1 running back.
He's a free agent.
Tony Pollard is the Cowboys' number 1 running back.
What if they don't bring him back? What if his price too high? James Robinson. I'm just saying, bro. You know Kareem Hunt won out of Cleveland. Kareem Hunt to the Ravens.
Name me the last big free agent the Ravens picked up. Don't worry.
Calais Campbell. Was that a trade?
Yes, it was a trade.
Dang it. I don't know.
They don't do free agency like that, dog. Which is so weird to me, by the way.
I'm just saying, bro, because Josh Jacobs don't want to go back to the Raiders unless they free. Dang, they might franchise tag, homie.
You know where I would like to see Josh Jacobs?
Kareem Hunt, bro. Kareem Hunt to the Ravens would be disgusting.
You know where I like to see Josh Jacobs?
Who? Where?
The Cowboys. Get rid of fucking Zeke.
Yeah.
Get rid of Zeke.
That's who the Cowboys need.
Bring back Pollard. Have Jacobs and Pollard, and then let that shit be a crazy ass tandem.
Kareem too. Kareem will be good there too.
Yeah, I mean, you would just take either Jacobs or Kareem in that scenario. You can't.
But I'd rather have Jacobs.
Exactly.
Kareem ain't no slouch, bro.
Yeah, but give me the running back that doesn't have
1,600 yards.
That doesn't have as many miles on him.
True that.
Give me that.
But he's been kind of fresh because Nick Chubb been.
Give me the guy who ain't as close as to 30.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like I ain't hating on Kareem. You know what I mean?
Bro, with the Ravens.
Be all right.
Bro, with the Ravens. Bro, give me Kareem Hunt and Raheem Mostert. Mostert was toting that thing this year.
Man, get Mostert out of here. I'm not a Mostert fan, so that's that.
Well, Mostert he get injured a lot too, but he played pretty much all last season without getting injured. He got injured a little. I think he missed 1 or 2 games, but he was pretty effective. Jeff Wilson down there too. But yeah, bro, that's all I was saying. They need to level up for Lamar.
Let's go back. Let's circle back to the Super Bowl real quick because you saw the beef between AJ Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster, right?
Yeah.
So I'll break it down. So I got it pulled up right here in front of me actually. So on Valentine's Day, Juju Smith-Schuster sent out a tweet that said "Happy Valentine's Day, everybody," and it has a picture of Bradbury, and it's like a Valentine's Day card, and it says, "I'll hold you when it matters most." I'll hold you when it matters most with a picture of this nigga. You see this shit?
Yeah.
So AJ Brown clapped back and was like, "First off, congratulations. Y'all deserve it. This is lame. You was on the way out of the league before Mahomes resurrected your career on a 1-year deal, TikTok boy. He admitted that he grabbed you, but don't act like you're like that or ever was. But congratulations again." So I was like, "Oh, I saw that first. That was the first one I saw on what was that? Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then Juju came back and was like, "Glad you were able to get all that off your chest after all these years. Good game, bro. Thumbs up." And son that man on the way out the door. Bruh. I like pettiness like this.
Yeah, I think Micah chimed in.
Oh, what Micah said? I ain't see Micah's.
No, I ain't see what Micah said, but I think Micah chimed in. I think he called it lame or something like
that. Oh, everybody was trying to go after
Juju.
After Juju, CJ Gardner-Johnson, the quarterback from
the safety.
The safety from the Saints, right?
No, he played for the Eagles.
He played for the Eagles now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at a clip from when he was on the Saints.
He the one that popped Pacheco.
So he was like, he tweeted out, "Juju ran from me when I checked him in the game. Then 10 got his smoke." Okay, cool. The fool Juju was like, "Yeah, I went to the sideline to call him," and then he showed the video when old boy ran up on Gardner-Johnson, smacked him in his head twice, and as if I'm supposed to be scared of you. Come on, fam, like that. Like people was going. He was like, "Big Cap. Also, I told you in the game to stop all that talking because we were going to come back and win that game. Now help me decide which finger I should get sized for my ring."
Dang.
Juju. First of all, the last person you want to go at on Twitter is Juju Smith-Schuster.
That boy, hey, he be about this, bro, because he be on Twitch. He be on, you know what I'm saying,
bro. He's an infamous clap backer. That's what he is. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing we know about Juju. He gonna know how to handle himself on pretty much any social media platform. You know what I mean? That's one thing I know for certain about Juju. Y'all better be careful when y'all be coming try to get at this man Juju, no matter how insignificant he was to this season, in my opinion.
I don't think he was insignificant at all. I mean, it was definitely Kelsey and Mahomes and Jerick McKinnon and Andy Reid, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of these, on a lot of third down plays, a lot of key plays, especially in the Jaguar game, Juju came up.
Of course.
There was definitely like 2 or 3 catches in the game where it was important, and Juju showed up.
Listen, at the beginning before the season started, when they got Juju, people expected a lot more out of Juju than what they got out of Juju. Yay or nay? For the season, overall. Yay or nay? They expect. I know.
I didn't. Well, what I don't know. I guess I don't know, bro. Because when they got Marquez Valdez-Scantling, I was like, all right, that's the deep guy. Juju's gonna be what they used him for. He's not the deep. He wasn't going to get the deep ball. He was going to get the intermediate routes, the short routes, to try to turn it upfield or whatever. And then they had certain games where Juju was getting the ball. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I knew that they was going to spread it out. Like, Juju's not a number one to me. I don't think he was there to be a number one. He was there to
That's not how people was talking about Juju. You can say how you felt. I'm not talking
Nah,
about
that
how
wasn't-
you felt. I'm talking about the perception of when Juju first got there. Not your perception, but the overall perception was that he was going to make a bigger impact for that team than he did this year. And based off of how you like to base things, people drafted Juju in fantasy way higher than he would have got drafted.
And that's exactly.
Once again, I'm not saying you.
I know.
Overall,
I'm just saying, and I know. That's what I'm just saying. I'm just like, nigga, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I knew. I wasn't expecting him. Nah, no. Juju ain't that boy.
All I know is he was absolutely expected to have a bigger impact.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That they thought that he would have more.
What was his stats?
78 receptions, 933 yards, 3 touchdowns.
You have to expect he was going to do more.
Yes, I would at least expect 6 or 7 touchdowns, 1,100 yards, 80. I was at least expecting 90 catches.
The yards could have been the same. I expected more touchdowns from him.
More touchdowns.
And I expected more
yards. More yards and more catches.
Like,
but they spreaded it out to the tight ends, though.
That part, I knew that Kelce was still technically their number one.
But is that Juju's fault, though? Because some of these games...
During some of those games where he disappeared, where he dropped some passes, yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, on those plays, for sure.
Yeah, and then
you got some games where, like, okay... But they were sporadic. That's crazy. He had 2 games where he had 10 catches for 88 yards against Houston and Tennessee. So his biggest games were against
AFC South.
Jaguars shut him down the first time.
Was he like he was very inconsistent throughout the year, like very inconsistent. And then and like it's not like.
That's all AB right there. 2018, 111 with 1426. Like,
yeah, like and that's why I was like, I understand, who he is, but he wasn't supposed to be ghostly like in some of them games the way he was. And if we talking about, we thought, okay, Marquez was the deep guy. Well, you expect him to have at least 8-9 catches a game. Because he's gonna be a possession guy. We know that Kelce gonna get.
I mean, 10, Juju a Marvin Jones to me, bro. Like he's not even a Christian Kirk or a Zay. Like he's a Marvin Jones on our team. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I thought he was. Like I wasn't gassing him up.
Numbers, he's more of a Zay. Oh no, because they had more tutties than he did. Like, bro, I'm just saying.
Like, what did Zay do this year?
Yeah, pull up his stats.
82 catches, 823 yards, 5 touchdowns.
That's a better year. That's a bit more catches, slightly less yards.
Yeah, 20.
Two more tutties.
Yeah.
2 more tutties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a Zay on our team. So, but. Hey, to each his own, man. I mean, I get it. He can clap back. He got the ring, but it wasn't like you talking like you was that one. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like if that was Kelce, you know what I'm saying? But Kelce don't talk like that. I mean, he only talked like that to the media.
I mean, Kelce talked like that after he won some shit.
Yeah.
My dog. Well, actually, Kelce brash enough anyway. I ain't talking about like he afraid to speak.
Nah, he just don't do that.
He ain't finna give nobody bulletin board material.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which I think is very smart of him. You know what I mean? But yo, let's talk about Derek Carr being released by the Raiders.
Hey, homie said, I ain't taking no pay cut, or I ain't going to extend my thing to help y'all out. Release me, or pay me.
Yep.
I ain't doing y'all no favors.
And
what y'all think this is?
And they said, hey,
all right, we're going to have to.
Your 2-to-1 touchdown ratio is not a touchdown to interception ratio is not good enough for you to be out here talking like this to us. So we're going to have to go ahead and ask you to get up out the paint.
Bye.
That's pretty much what they said to that man.
And he said bye. And
he said deuces. And now he's on a little tour. but I would say this though. Who failed who?
The Raiders failed Derek Carr.
Why so? How so?
Well, you tried to get things right before You know what I'm saying? You had Jack Del Rio. He had his run and everything like that. But like I was saying before, when I was making the case for Derek Carr, and like while I was saying that he was not a great quarterback, but he's a good quarterback, was because there hasn't been one time where he's had a top 10 defense. His defense, since his tenure being there, has been ranked 32nd. So how are you in a division with the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes and everything, and you got the 32nd, like between the 25th and the 32nd ranked defense every year? You know what I'm saying? This year was the first year where he actually had a number one receiver. He had number one, like his receivers was Tyrell Williams, and like, you know, they had Antonio Brown for a second, but then
he had Henry Ruggs too, but
he had Henry Ruggs, but Henry Ruggs, that was what he was on his second year.
Yeah.
When this happened, you know what I'm saying? So and he was a rookie in his first year. You know what I mean? You had Darren Waller. Darren Waller's a baller,
they had Michael Crabtree.
They had Crabtree for a little bit, but Crabtree was kind of on the back end. You know what I mean? He was still a route runner, but he wasn't. He didn't have his speed.
They had Darren Waller.
They got Darren Waller, but Waller is definitely a top 5 talent, but he just can't stay healthy. Mm-hmm. So I just, you know, and then when you get the coach, you thought that you was getting the coach, but you don't. I mean, you can't really know about certain stuff like that. Like there's certain things that you can't really know about, but I mean, you made a play for a coach that turned out to not work out. You know what I mean? And then also you failed that the fact that this coach hired this general manager that had no general manager experience from the NFL booth. Mm-hmm. And I think the Raiders, they only have one player on their team from the past four drafts or something like that.
Yeah.
Like Colin Farrell, I think, and he's not even the number one. Like he wasn't even worthy of that pick. But like all their first round draft picks, all their second round draft picks, like they're not on the team no more.
Well, at least one of them that ain't they fault. One of them's not their fault. All right.
Who?
Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs is not their fault, but at the same time,
I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's kind of like the same thing with like the Kyrie thing with him missing games. You know what I'm saying? It's like not all Kyrie's fault, but at the same time, it just falls under the category of. It just falls under this category. You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is like, if your draft picks don't, if your draft picks ain't good,
right,
and then your defense ain't good, and then you just now this year is starting to get talent, but then my thing is the coach that you bring in this year, the only other successful quarterback that has ever played with him has been Tom Brady, but the head coach was Bill Belichick to keep that balance. If you look at any other quarterback that plays with Josh McDaniels, they have one of their worst years outside of Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. And if you look at Derek Carr's stats before Josh McDaniels got there, he was top 10 in a lot of different categories and top 5 in certain categories, such as completion percentage. He was 68.5 last year. Mm-hmm. So if a new coach come in that has a record of not being good, you know what I'm saying? There's like so many different things that like, and then if you just go back 1 year, you lose your coach, Henry Ruggs situation, and they still go to the playoffs. You still finish with a 68.5% completion percentage. Mm-hmm. Like y'all still go to the playoffs and everything. Like, and it still went down to the wire. Y'all didn't get smoked. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, if you put him like what we're saying with the Jets, you put him on a team like the Jets that got a defense, that got a running game, mm-hmm. got a good coach, and then he got receivers. Like, bro, like you ain't like.
I'm looking at their draft history, right? This draft history is fucking hilarious,
bro. What?
All right, so I'm back at 2014. So they technically knocked it out of the park with their first overall pick.
Who was that?
Khalil Mack.
Mm-hmm.
And then let him go.
Because they got
the second round of that same year was where they got Derek Carr, right? The next year, they knocked it out of the park with their pick. They got Amari Cooper. Then he let him go. No, nothing. I mean, you got, I guess, Mario Edwards Jr., the defensive end from Florida State. He's good, but he's not on their team anymore, nope. Right? So the next year they got a safety out of West Virginia and a bunch of names I've never heard of. Next year, I don't even know this name. Gary Conley, cornerback out of Ohio State, 2017, drafted in the first round by them. And I don't really know his name, and I don't recognize too many other names here either. Right? 2018, they got a tackle out of UCLA, Colton Miller. Never heard of him a day in my life. And a bunch of names that I've heard of Arden Key because he's a Jaguar.
He's a Jaguar.
You know what I mean? Like the second round they picked the defensive tackle out of Sam Houston State, bro.
Where is
Sam Houston
that sounds like Gene Smith picking people from Rice and Williams and Mary.
Bro, Sam Houston State, dog.
Bro, where is that, bro?
2019. They got Cleveland Farrell.
Cleveland Farrell,
how do you say his name? And Josh Jacobs. And a bunch of names. Oh, actually, no. Foster Moreau. They got him in the fourth
round. The thing is, though, they got Josh Jacobs, but Josh Jacobs don't want to stay there.
So, Farrell.
What does that say about the organization?
So, they had 3 first rounders that year. They had Farrell, who is not necessarily living up to his first round pick. No. Josh Jacobs, and then Jonathan Abram, safety.
They got rid of him. And that's his fault, though. He's a headhunter, but
wait for it. The second round, they got Trayvon Mullen, quarterback out of Clemson. He's still on the team, but he's not great.
Yep.
Then they got Max Crosby.
That's a pretty
decent player.
That's good.
Decent player. Then that was in the first pick in the fourth round. They had 3 picks that round. The last pick of that round was Foster Moreau, backup tight end that you needed whenever when Darren Waller got hurt. Right?
Yeah, y'all got
cool. In the 5th round, they got Hunter Renfrow. They had a great draft technically for 2019.
Yeah, but everything else.
But then you got Henry Ruggs the next year, and a bunch of names I haven't heard except for Brian Edwards, who is no longer on their team, right? And then you got Alex Leatherwood, old trash ass, who kept getting his ass whooped on pretty much every down. You got Morik, Trevon Morik out of TCU. He was inconsistent. Hopefully he can get better.
I think he'll be good on another team.
Because I like his game.
Yeah,
I like his game.
I wish he would have came to the Jaguars.
And then don't even get me started on what the hell they did this year, or this last draft. They didn't have a pick in the first or second round, so I mean it's really not their fault. I mean it's their fault because them picks is gone, but it ain't like they could have did much because they probably that's how they got multiple first rounds and in some other drafts. You know what I'm saying? So but no, they just have not had a good. They haven't had a good track record on either drafting the players or retaining the player.
Is that Derek Carr?
No, that part is not Derek Carr. But what is Derek Carr is Derek Carr out here throwing picks.
Most definitely.
Like I understand not having a great defense, that stuff, and all that good stuff.
But what I'm saying is with you. What I'm saying is with that is sometimes when you have a good defense and you don't feel like, because what I'm saying is Derek Carr is not the quarterback that can just do it all himself, and he's not the Patrick Mahomes type. That's not him, and that's what they try to have him doing. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for a Tom Brady. They're looking for Derek Carr is not that type.
This is what I will say though.
If he was on a team like the Cowboys and you had a defense like that, it will mask up some of that other stuff.
This is what I will say though about the defense part, right? They can have a bad defense. They do. They did have bad defenses. But normally bad defenses stay on the field for a good chunk of time. So when you get back on the field, you should be fresh. You see what I'm saying? If your defense out here giving up 14 play drives, you should come out that bitch fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's that part.
This year you really don't have too much to say, but the only thing there is to say, and I definitely got this from William Sharp with Sharp Analytics and stuff like that, was like they basically were vanilla offense. Like there wasn't really too much motion to it or anything like that. He didn't have Derek Carr like he wasn't playing to Derek Carr's strengths, like kind of like Mike McDaniel was saying. Like sometimes you got to take your playbook and structure it around your quarterback and his strengths. You He clearly just put Derek Carr in there into the system and said, "Hey, make this work." You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what Sean Payton in the middle of the year was talking about what Nathaniel Hackett was doing with Russell Wilson. He wasn't playing to Russell Wilson's strength. There was no play action. There was play action, but there was no rollout. He wasn't moving the pocket. Like he wasn't doing some of the things that Russell Wilson was known to do. He just had him standing back there in shotgun. You know what I'm saying? It kind of like the same thing with the Jaguars sometimes. But then they'll start moving the pocket a little bit, getting Trevor loose a little bit, and then we start opening things up. But their offense was predictable. Josh McDaniel's offense last year was predictable. So we'll see if it changes with a new quarterback or whatever like that. But
yeah.
All
right, man. I guess let's go ahead and head over to the
NBA real quick.
So let's take a look at some of these participants that's about to go down in this All-Star break. So I'm looking at your 3-point All-Star competition, the All-Star 3-point competition, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these are your names. You got Tyrese Halliburton, Tyler Hero, Buddy Hield, Kevin Huerter, Dame, Laurie Markkinen, Julius Randle, and Jason Tatum. Shades. Who you got?
You know I'm going with Dame Dollar. Actually, Buddy Hield might take that jump.
Buddy Hield might take that.
Buddy Hield might take that jump, but I'm going with Dame. I need you to select something too.
Oh no, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Right.
What I'm See, I understand going with Dame, but I'm gonna say this though. Thank you, Dame. Thank you, Dame, and thank you, Jason Tatum.
For superstars that are competing
that are competing in these competitions. Now, granted, Steph would do it too, but like he's past that point now, right? And I respect that. I mean, you've been in the league, bro. Don't they say this 3-point thing be messing up people's shots after the All-Star break too?
For real?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't understand it, but they be saying like like you see some of these players come out in the 3-point competition, and then all of a sudden they shot is off during the rest of the season. I'm like, and then you look at it, if you go back and look at some of the contestants, and then go look at the second half of the seasons, bro, they be right. So maybe that's the thing that a lot of NBA players, a lot of sports athletes, and a lot of athletes in general, they're really, really superstitious, and they don't want to sit there, and they'll be like, "Yo, I ain't finna even get involved with that." The same way they be talking about like people who be in the home run derby, and then they swing be off a little bit afterwards. You know what I mean?
True.
But like, so maybe these players just have that in the back of their mind, and they'd be like, "Nope." You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it if I was out there making millions and millions of dollars, bro. I would be a little timid myself. You know what I mean,
bro? And kind of like the odds, looking at the odds of it, Buddy Hield is favored to win.
Oh, I never said who I thought was going to win. By the way,
who you think?
You know I'm going with that boy Tyler Hero. You know what it is, huh?
He's 6th favorite to win by the Vegas odds.
I don't care about Vegas odds.
Just saying.
Vegas odds be putting odds out there so they can win money.
For real.
I can't listen to Vegas all the time.
I thought you was about to go with the boy Tatum.
Trust me, I wanted to go Tatum, but I can't go against my dog Tyler.
I'm going Dame, bro. You already know me.
I can't go against my dog Tyler like that.
Dang, they got Huerter out there.
Yeah.
Dame and Buddy about to go at it.
Who in the slam dunk contest? Let me pull that up. Let me pull this up just so I can have the names here in front of me. You know what I mean? Because I want to see. I heard it's a bunch of names I haven't heard of or not as familiar with, as I should say.
Trey Murphy III from Pelicans, Kenyon Martin Jr. from the Rockets, Jericho Sims from the Knicks, Mac McClung from the 76ers. I think it's more than that.
Right.
Hold on a sec.
No, that's it.
It's only 4?
Kenyon Martin Jr., Mac McClung. Let me get this ad out.
That's it? Only 4?
Trey Murphy III and Jericho Sims. Like, that can't be your dunk contest. The people that's in the dunk contest, dog. Like, this is where.
Yeah, you kind of. I mean, if that's what's going to be,
like I just feel like, look,
Obi got to come back in that bit.
I would much rather have
Obi should do it again.
I'd much rather have the stars come and do the dunk contest than the 3-point.
Yeah, but it's just that the dunk does more stress on the body. You have more susceptible to get hurt, probably. So, because they about their money.
And these young boys ain't, you know what I mean? They trying to
they trying to make a name for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was his name? Anthony Sims or something like that for Simmons for the Trailblazers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And from there, he showed it's kind of like Zach LaVine. Like he's shown that he's a three-way player now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just gets a little bit more spotlight on you. But honestly, dog, I hear that. But like, dog,
we still need like. Hey, the only knock I can really have against LeBron is he never did the slam dunk competition. Like LeBron should have did the slam dunk competition one time, bro.
I wholeheartedly agree.
One time when he first got in the league, he would have killed that junk.
Yeah, but see, the slam dunk competition for LeBron was so make or break as far as perception. Like, sure, I'm sure LeBron is confident in himself, but if he missed several dunks, didn't win that shit,
LeBron ain't worrying about that.
No. Yeah, 38-year-old LeBron ain't worrying about that. 22-year-old insecure. You confident, but you have more insecurities when you're 22 than you do when you're 38. You know what I mean?
Like, man, he trying to be like Jordan, huh?
Bro, he's still 22 years. At that time, 22, 23, 24, 25. You still got to be like, do I need to do this?
Same thing with Ja. Ja need to stop playing.
I don't think Ja would be great at a slam dunk contest.
What?
I said what I said.
With them hops?
I know he got hops. I know he can dunk. I just don't think he'd be great in a dunk contest.
That don't make sense. How?
Sorry.
How, bro?
Sorry, guys.
Bro, he has the dunk of the year.
Yeah. An in-game dunk of the year. That is so much different than the creativity you got to come up with during these dunk contests.
Bro, if he would have did that dunk in the dunk contest.
What they got to do, run 5-on-5 out there for his dunk?
Nah, just cock that mug back like how he did. That's a freaking 10.
Bro. Uncontested dunks,
uncontested cock back like that from where he did it.
No,
and bro,
that's not a 10.
He would get a
10. No, he would not.
Yes, he cocked that mug back so far, bro.
Don't matter. That's not a 10, bro.
Yes, it would because it's the hang time, bro, and you got to take in the fact of his stature. It's a 10.
It's not a 10. I'm letting y'all know right now,
bro. Y'all go look at the Pacers. That dunk John had against the Pacers. That's a 10, regardless if it's on somebody or not. It's just super nasty because he did that junk on somebody. Because he tried to dunk like that on Gobert and almost happened. But that was he caught that mug even farther back than he did on Gobert.
Bro, it's not a 10, though.
All right.
In a dunk contest, it's not a 10. Like, as a dunk in game, 10s across the board. But like in a contest where there's going to be so many more creative dunks, that's not a 10.
Oh no, he caught that mug back.
Yeah, he caught that bitch back.
They caught that thing back, man.
You sure enough did.
So I'm gonna give it a 10 regardless.
Hey, I respect that. I'm just saying.
Give me that 10, dog.
I don't think it's gonna be happening. But speaking of, we talked about LeBron just a second ago, man. Let's talk about LeBron here. The dog reportedly isn't happy with AD.
That's a little rumor. You know what I'm saying? They had something to say about accountability. Allegedly. Accountability.
You think this all spawned? I mean, granted, it could have happened a lot for earlier than this, but
come on, with him sitting down when he made this. Nah, because AD's response is, you know what I'm saying? is warranted. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that, but at the same time, it could be smoke.
Yeah.
This could be smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it reportedly LeBron is not very happy with AD and everything, with accountability, because my thing is sometimes AD is tall and everything. You don't know how people bones and how people stuff feel and everything like that,
Sure.
but he don't really look like he really be in shape like that to me. Like when he falls, the way he moves and everything like that, he just looks slow.
The way he moves like that is because that man is 7 foot. Like, and he's not like KD 7 foot. He's an actual 7 foot with size.
Yeah, but I'm saying like even Embiid moved better than him. Embiid's like 7'2", 7'3", but the way that Embiid used to move, like that was when he was out of shape. But when Embiid's now in shape, Embiid moving now, like you know what I'm saying? AD just looks stiff to me.
Because AD always hurt.
That's what I'm saying. That's probably what it is though.
Like let's not.
But
AD,
my thing is with frustration and with you being hurt all the time, are you doing everything that you can to rehab and
well, you know what they said about AD?
What?
They was like AD was coming in this year with a chip on his shoulder. Breaking news. AD is injured with a chip on his shoulder.
Bro.
That shit had me rolling when I saw that shit, bro. I was like, yo.
But I mean, one thing LeBron is happy about though is the new teammates that he got. Because boy, if he would have had them from the beginning.
Look, he got Russ about the paint.
Bro, they got nice role players.
Oh yeah, and that's what has always been the best recipe for LeBron.
Nice role players.
Have good role players around him, and then a superstar with him. At least one.
And he kind of got a good combination of like last time when he was in Miami, he had like the shooting guard was the number 2, and then the power forward was the third best guy. Now the second best guy is the power forward, and the third best guy is the shooting guard or whatever like that. But D'Lo is like the perfect fit because he's like mellow. Doesn't look like there's no ego. He can shoot.
He understands.
Can pass, defense.
He understands his place.
Yeah,
like he understands his role for that team. His placement of importance on that team. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not sitting there thinking I should still be the number one option.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you can get a guy who's good, but also knows the role that they play for the squad, that's always been the best recipe for that man.
And they picked up some good depth as far as defense.
I will say this though. I was going through some old episodes of ours, right? And I just came across this thumbnail. And I came across this thumbnail. And the thumbnail for the episode was Legacy Tarnished. And there's a picture of LeBron sitting there with AD.
Why we say that?
Huh?
Legacy Tarnished. How do we say that?
Like it was Legacy Tarnished ?
Oh, when they picked up Russ?
No, that was before they picked up Russ. It was when the Lakers were doing bad at the beginning of last year, right? Yeah.
Which made them go for Russ.
Mm-hmm. And it was and the name of the episode was Legacy Tarnished ? And then this man said, Legacy Tarnished.
Let me just go take it to another level.
Let me just go ahead and just be the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. Oh man, that conversation about LeBron and Jordan, man, that's gonna just be a continuous conversation that's gonna be had for years and years to come.
Hey, I don't care when somebody asks me, I'm like, hey, they both to go because I can't say one's better than the other one anymore. It's at that point now for me. Like the only, you know what I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm about to say. The only thing that could have put LeBron above Jordan, in my opinion,
is beating
not just beating him, just balling with him at his full capacity in that series. But he broke his own hand because J.R. Smith did some stupid stuff.
And then he still went out there and averaged.
And he still did that, but he still bro, he was. It wasn't to the level that he was on, bro. That was, bro.
Yo, he went and did something stupid, and then still went out there and averaged over 30 points.
Yeah, but he was about to average 50. That's what I'm saying. That man, the first game scored 50 against the Warriors in their prime,
and that's always been your standpoint, and I respect that standpoint. But I will always say
it's the fact that he did it to himself.
I will always say this though.
It's like, bro, if he
Jordan ain't never had a player that on his team did something stupid like fucking J.R. Smith did that game. Not one game in Jordan's fucking illustrious career did he have a teammate.
Hey, we know one thing
that stupid in the fucking finals.
Hey, you know what? One thing though, if it would have happened, Jordan would have punched the wall. Who would have punched that dude?
Yeah, being a shit teammate.
You feel me? Hey, he would have had his hand though.
Would he?
Yeah, he would have.
Would he? What if he fucking broke his hand on the dude's face?
I think I'd rather hit a face than a wall.
I mean, that part is fact. like I ain't gonna sit here and argue like punching a wall is a smart idea. Is it drywall? Is there mad space behind it? Because that's the only other way I'm getting. Like, is it one of these apartment walls?
Oh my gosh!
You know what I'm
LeBron
saying?
had to be hot in order to do that, bro.
Bro, that was idiotic, dog.
Like he wasn't thinking, bro. He was just seeing red.
It was idiotic.
Somebody was getting them hands, bro.
The game was won.
He didn't want to go to jail. That's another thing. He can't get sued. He can't get nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, the game is won.
There's no mixed feelings because Draymond just hit pool.
Right.
Draymond, I ain't about to hit the wall. Nigga.
Nah, I ain't stupid. I learned from other people's mistakes. You know what I mean? Bro, the game was won is if JR just put that bitch back up. Oh, he changes. He got the rebound.
I do got to factor that into it too, bro.
Like
that changed it too. That changes it too.
It was such an idiotic play, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like the response that LeBron gave him with the.
He was mad,
bro. He was doing everything he could not to go over there and strangle that man's throat, bro.
Because you in your bro. I know they said Miami LeBron was that right there. That right there was
full IQ.
Full IQ with body still.
Yeah. Full IQ. Absolute. I honestly think that the Cleveland LeBron was better than
when he came back.
Yeah.
When he came back, yes.
I think that was the prime LeBron.
Because exactly. it was kind of like the first couple of years is kind of like, you could say, to me it was kind of like JUCO. And then when he went to Miami, that was like him going to college.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he came back, that was like,
and winning national championships in college.
Right.
And then he went to the league.
Right. When he came back, his game was full because he'd been through some things. Ben had some lows, came up, developed his game. Now you got a complete game.
Yep.
Now you're learning how to be a better leader as well.
Yep.
And then also incorporating your game with your new offense that you got, with your new arsenal. Because that's one thing that a lot of people take for granted is while he was doing this, he was still being him with passing the ball like magic.
Yeah. Like even when he had his best statistical years, all of his statistical years are gonna have mad assists, mad reads.
That's why he's 10th all time on the list.
4th all time in assists.
Oh, he's 4th?
4th. Bro, this is what I'm saying, dog. My nigga's the all-time leading scorer in the NBA, but 4th on the list in assists, dog.
That means you're contributing. Like how much of an impact? Like that's impact though.
While getting center like numbers at rebounds. Maybe not greatest centers of all times, but still center like numbers. You know what I mean? Middle of the pack center.
But my thing is though, like how many players in history can we say that can play all 5 positions?
I don't think. See, I think that was always overstated to me. Can he get back all? Can he play at times in games? Yeah, you can feel comfortable putting him there, but I don't. But,
I'll put him against a lot of different centers. I mean, I won't put him against Embiid.
No,
I won't put him against Giannis. I won't put him against.
Giannis ain't a center.
I know, but still, Giannis. Giannis down low game is is a big man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether it's power forward or not or
It
center,
depends
but
on what LeBron.
he's a big, like, you know what I'm saying?
Depends
Like,
on what LeBron we talking about.
I'm not putting it.
Depends on what LeBron we talking about. If I'm gonna put him on,
like I'll put pretty much. I'll say Karl Anthony Towns. I'm putting LeBron against him. Freaking Jokic. Yeah, LeBron's going against
Jokic.
Yeah, I put LeBron against Jokic. Embiid be doing Jokic in.
That's because that's Embiid.
Yeah, but LeBron can't. LeBron's quicker than Embiid.
Yeah, he ain't Jokic as big as Embiid, and Jokic is a big ass what Middle Eastern nigga.
He Middle Eastern. He's European.
No, he's like,
Turkish.
Yeah, he's like one. That's over in the Middle East, dog.
Turkey is the Middle East.
Yeah,
I thought it was part of Europe. My fault.
My understanding, because he rolled with the Albanians and stuff like that. That's Middle Eastern. It's a
I be thinking that junk Europe. My fault.
Yeah. So no,
my fault. Albanian brothers.
Yeah, no, but like Jokic, that's a big ass boy.
I'm just saying. I think LeBron can guard him, like Prime Bron.
Prime Bron.
Not right now. I'm saying Prime Bron. Like if we talking about top 5 all time, or I'm saying you're talking about like a player that could play all 5 positions. I'm taking him at his peak. Like at his peak, I think he can. Like because the league.
A couple of plays a game. A couple of plays a game. I will put him on Jokic in his prime, but obviously that would never be a go lock him down.
Yeah, and especially if you had him at center. What you gonna do on offense? LeBron got the ball now. Like,
see, but this is the problem with when
if you had a LeBron at the 5, that's nuts.
Even with Prime Bron, right? Even with Prime Bron, the problem is the size differential.
But Draymond,
wait a minute, I'm getting to my point here. First of all, Draymond is a very, 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 very smart defender. LeBron is too, but like Draymond had to be super smart on how he defends. The problem that you have with LeBron on a Jokic, LeBron is the size difference will cause ticky-tack dumbass fouls.
Right.
And you never want to put LeBron in the situation where he's in too deep of foul trouble. Like if you go look at LeBron's career, I think he's only fouled out a handful of times.
Yeah, that is facts.
You know what I mean? And you will put that man in a very tough scenario.
That is facts.
You know what I mean? So like that's also something you want to take into account. Let's
But we talked about the Joker earlier.
Yeah.
You know he leading the MVP votes right now?
Yeah.
He's only averaging a triple-double, but he's averaging like 25 points, and Embiid and Giannis is averaging 32 and 31 respectively.
Mm-hmm.
They have more rebounds, but Joker got more assists.
That part is a factor, especially for a center. To have those type of numbers at center, the assist numbers like that at center. Now you know, that's a huge part of why he's leading. Because he ain't supposed to have assist numbers like that. Like centers ain't supposed to have assist numbers.
I'm just saying, bro. When B play against him, and B be doing that boy in, and B need to get one, bro. They need to stop disrespecting the homie. And B need one.
You keep going back to this Embiid thing.
Embiid balling,
okay,
but
you keep going back to the Embiid thing though. Like,
Embiid balling.
Okay, cool. Embiid be doing them up from time to time.
Not just him, the whole league.
Who?
Embiid. Who can stop Embiid?
Oh, okay. Well, nobody in the league can stop Embiid.
That's what I'm saying. Homie need a.
That don't mean that he the MVP.
Bro, he averaging 33 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Come on, bro. 53% from the flow.
What you're failing to realize is that.
Like, what else he got to do?
What you're failing to realize is that, he's averaging 33 with 4, but 25 with double-digit assists. That counts for more points, Shades. That accounts for more points than what Embiid's accounting for. No matter.
But my boy got more rebounds, which you got to take that into account too.
How many more rebounds?
Let's see.
Don't worry. Let's see. Let's do the quick maths.
Huh? I said more rebounds.
Huh? What's the numbers?
Huh?
What's those numbers?
What you said?
Huh?
You want to know the numbers?
Yeah. What's some numbers again?
Embiid got one less rebound
Oh.
averaging than
Oh.
Joker.
Oh. So not only is Joker averaging more rebounds, he's averaging like how many assists is he averaging?
10.
6 more assists a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me either, Siri. Me either, Siri.
7 less points.
Mm.
Need to give my boy one, dog.
I don't know what to
Stop
tell
playing,
you, dog.
bro.
I don't know what to tell you, dog.
Stop playing. Give my boy one, bro.
I don't know what to tell you, dog. Hey,
but
man.
bro, we ain't got no big homie. Let's just kind of
let's just kind of go through these, man.
Yeah.
So the news is already broken. We were going to ask the question of should Eric Bieniemy take the Commander's OC position. Somebody, I was talking to somebody at work today about the pod, and they was asking about this specific section and shit, and they was like, what do you think? And I was like, absolutely, he absolutely should take this position because at this point, it seems like most teams do not want to give this man a head coaching job because they feel like all of his success is tied to Patrick Mahomes. If he feels like he's that dude, which I think he's that dude, I'm sure you think he's that dude, go somewhere else. You ain't got to go win a Super Bowl. That ain't even got to be what it is. You don't have to win a Super Bowl with another team. You have to make that team's offense a very prolific offense. That's all you got to do. It ain't even got you want to like okay. So for instance, Washington's offense, it's a mess right now, right? Yeah, you got running backs that unfortunately got shot before the season. He came back. You could tell like he was trying to get his legs back under him. And Brian Robinson. You got Antonio Gibson, who I think is a pretty decent running back.
Scary Terry
on the outside. Curtis Samuel on the outside.
Those the third-year receiver now, and then they're gonna have a second-year receiver, Dotson and Kwame Brown, or not Kwame Brown.
Not Kwame Brown. No, you almost you say his name one more time. Stephen A. gonna pop up out of nowhere and start talking shit.
Kwame something. He came from North Carolina. Yeah, but they both talented, bro. You know, like them two receivers from the Chargers, Palmer and Carter. They're like them. Like they was making plays, bro. Yeah. Like they up and coming.
They up and coming. But see, like
Dotson, bro, he played really good.
But what we saw this season was that all talent in places, but it was just
they got a good defense. They just need a quarterback.
It was just a mess on offense at times.
They just need a quarterback.
You get Eric Bieniemy over there. They get him a quarterback.
Well, who?
And they can draft one. They were not great this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they were. They weren't great, but they won like 7 games.
Fair enough.
That's middle of the pack. Like you ain't drafting at the top.
Here, I'll tell you the draft order right damn now.
Tell you the goddamn
NFL draft order.
Tell you what.
Boom. There we go. You know what I'm saying? 2023. Let's see. 16. So they can still draft them somebody there. Now let's see. NFL mock drafts. Let's see where people think they may go in this situation, right? Like we ain't gonna know for certain, but you know, mocks will give you at least a little bit of something, right? All right, so let's get down to draft pick number 16. So
talking about they believe in Sam Howell.
I mean, if they do, they do. All right, so at least this mock draft.
Y'all better stop playing. Y'all
this mock draft does not believe they're going to draft anybody in the first round, which I mean, okay, I get it. Sam Howell was nice at North Carolina, by the way. He was sat in a situation that was not fantastic.
Oh, they was 8-1. They need a vet to come in there.
They do, but it looks like
Derek Carr would be nice.
Imagine Derek Carr going there.
That would be legit
with Bieniemy. Like I think that'd be a good little landing spot for him because
that would because he'll have a team. He'll have receivers.
Yep.
A defense because their defensive line is scary.
Their defensive line
is scary.
Their starting defensive line is full of all first round draft picks.
Nigga, their defensive line is scary. It changes the game. I hate playing them in Madden. You can't run the ball up the middle.
I hate playing them in life.
Like what?
Fuck Madden.
Like they scary.
It might be worse in the
this team. This team is and then Ron Rivera is their coach. They gonna punch you in the mouth.
Yeah.
So you put a quarterback in there. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, if he wants to get traded, this will be a good team for Aaron Rodgers to come to.
Yeah. Because this division can be. This is a very interesting division. Like if you get a good quarterback with the Commanders, this is a tough ass division. Because like what the Giants is going to show you that they don't care about throwing the ball as long as Daniel Jones can run the ball. Boom. Okay.
That's like the Titans of the division.
Exactly. With the running back that people fear. So yep, absolutely right. Then you got the Eagles who just went to the Super Bowl. You got the Cowboys who gonna get to the playoffs, but they ain't gonna win shit. But they're gonna get to the playoffs.
They still a 12-win team. You gotta respect it.
They still gonna
Micah Parsons.
Right. So, and then you get a quarterback over in Washington. That's a tough ass division.
That's a tough division.
You know what I mean? So like
the AFC West and the NFC North or AFC North would be like the toughest.
I think
AFC East is pretty tough now too.
Yeah. I just think him going to this situation, turning this offense around, maybe making the playoffs next year. Maybe. Then it's gonna be
because the NFC is top heavy,
right? And then it's gonna be instantaneous. Okay, this guy is doing phenomenal things. Aside from he's got to go have his Tyreek Hill year. That's what he got as a coach, though. You know what I mean? He has to go have his Tyreek Hill year. Everybody was like, well, you know, Tyreek is nice, but Mahomes makes him. Well, Tyreek went out there and had a fucking phenomenal season.
Yeah, they got to pull a quarterback though. I think they need to go veteran. I don't think they should go rookie.
Right. So like that's the kind of year that Bieniemy has to go have away from Patrick Mahomes
and Andy Reid.
And Andy Reid.
It's not Patrick Mahomes. It's Andy Reid. He need to get away from.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that it was seen that way.
All right. Do you think Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna say if somebody's gonna say Josh Allen right now, and I'm a big Josh Allen guy, Jalen Hurts definitely played better from start to finish than Josh Allen did.
All right. So number 1 is Mahomes. Number 2 is
Burrow.
Number 3 is Jalen.
Who else you put in front of him?
Number 3 is Jalen. Number 4 is Josh Allen. 5 is so interchangeable to me.
I'm going Lamar.
I get that, but that can be very.
But that can be Aaron Rodgers. That could be.
Exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's
5 is interchangeable.
5 to 10 can be just preference.
Yep.
But 1 through 4.
1 through 4.
1 through 4 is locked in. You know what I mean?
That's pretty solid right there.
So he's definitely top 5.
And you could make a case that you could take Jalen over Burrow because he's a more effective runner, and he don't make as much mistakes.
I still give it to Burrow.
I would go Burrow too.
I still give it to Burrow. I can if somebody want to make a very good argument for Jalen at 2. I'm here to listen.
But Burrow would get it just because he's done it 2 years in a row consistently like that.
Yeah, and I mean, got his team as far as he can get them this year.
But he didn't have a good playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, but
that counts against him.
I mean, no, like I'm not going to hold him having a not so great game against them, because he's had great games in the playoffs before. It ain't like
my reason for saying that also is Jalen Hurts is the runner-up to the MVP.
My reason for that is because, like you said, it's 2 years of consistent play from Burrow. And what we can't say is it's been two years of consistency from Jalen. No matter what the scenario was, Jalen, yeah, you played great this season, all the way through.
I mean, last year they went to the playoffs, but he definitely wasn't on that caliber.
He wasn't that last year.
He wasn't that last year.
And Burrow, to me, is just like he's pretty consistent. He had a bad game, sure, but overall,
I mean, the beginning of the season they were slow because he had an appendectomy over the thing, and he had a surgery and all that stuff like that. So he had a slow start. You know what I mean? But
absolutely,
no, I feel it. I mean, we 100% agreed. Mahomes, Burrow, Hurts, Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Fifth boy is interchangeable because some people even put Trevor right there right now, and I think that's a little
that's premature.
That's a little premature. But
I have him in my top 10. I have Trevor in my top 10. I will never put him at 5 yet.
I don't know.
He's in my top 10, especially if you're coming off this season going into next year. He's in my top 10.
I probably got him at 10.
Where he's at in my top 10, don't know.
I probably got him
in my top 10 though.
I probably got him at 10. Yeah, because I can't name. It's hard to name 9 other quarterbacks I want over Trevor.
Because so we know Aaron Rodgers is in there still. We know that Lamar's there, Dak's there.
Dak's at 10. I'll take Trevor over Dak.
Me too. Still, Dak is there.
Dak's at 10 then. Because I'm going.
We need one more.
Because I'm going Lamar Jackson at 5. Mm-hmm. I'll go Aaron Rodgers at 6. Mm-hmm. I'll go Trevor at 7. Mm-hmm. I'll go Justin Herbert at 8.
Yep.
I'll go.
I know. Because I have a controversial number 1 at 9.
Deshaun, maybe?
Nope.
I put Dak at 10, but
not based off of what I saw from Deshaun this year yet.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to come in.
Yeah, I'm just doing that based off legacy, like what I've seen. But
he's have to prove it this year.
Yeah. I want to say Kurt, but Kurt be like too like.
He be pissing me off.
Yeah, he be going to his
top 10. My top 10. I like Kurt too.
Who am I not thinking about? Kyler?
Nope.
Who am I not thinking about?
Geno Smith. This season, I'm not talking about overall career. This season, that boy Geno was balling, boy.
He kind of slowed down in the end, but yeah, he
still was balling. He was. So now I gotta go pull up my dog number real quick. You know what I'm saying? Geno Smith. Let's get to this last one real quick. Let me just put stats right there. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Geno Smith stats. Yeah. All right. Yeah. My dog he started off. He had that middle from like December 4th. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. He started off slow as shit. 195, 2 tutties. 197, 0 tutties in the pick. 325, 2 tutties. 320, 2 tutties. 268, 320, 3 tutties. 197 and nothing. 210, 2 tutties. 212, 2 tutties. 275, 2 tutties. 275, 2 tutties. 328, 2 tutties. 367, 3 tutties. 264, 3 tutties. Like my dog was out here balling, boy. I ain't even finished.
What he finished with?
He finished with 4,282 yards, 30 touchdowns, 11 picks. That's a great season. 100.9 passer rating. That's a great season, dog. He had never in his career cracked over 3,100. Matter of fact, he had never in his career cracked over 3,050 yards. Obviously, he had several seasons.
He had a good spin on his ball too.
Yeah, that first year with the Jets, he came out 3,046 yards, 12 tutties, 21 picks. The next year, 25-25, with 13 tutties, 13 picks. And then, that's when he lost his job. You know what I mean? My dog went out there 30-11.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see that again, Gino.
But going into this upcoming season,
if he do it again, then I'll give him that respect. But he outside my top 10 for now.
It's respect. All right. Last thing.
I'll probably take Kyler over him.
Last thing.
Is it more likely for Aaron Rodgers to stay at Green Bay or be traded this offseason?
At this point, I feel like being traded is like the only option at this point.
Yeah.
And the question is, how much do you get back for Aaron Rodgers?
You at least get a first round draft pick.
You can't get a first round draft pick for Aaron.
How?
He's too late. He's too old. Like, if you sit there and you trade a first round pick for a guy who maybe got at max 2 seasons left in him, I don't think that's terrible management. Terrible, piss poor. I wouldn't give up a first round for Aaron Rodgers, period. Now, second,
I would take that back. Well, there's nothing for me to take back. I ain't saying anything. But I was thinking it though. What I would say to that is, I think the first round pick depends on the team, because if it's a Rams situation, yeah, you probably want to give a first round pick, because my thing is of the first round thing is, if he's a $50 million quarterback, then he's worth a first round draft pick. You know what I mean? Not all quarterbacks are out here making 50 mil. And he's a 2-time MVP. He literally just won the MVP the season before. So yeah, that's a first round draft pick. And I mean, not every team out there should make that type of investment. But if you're a team on the precipice of about to be able to win, a la, this would be nuts. I don't think that would happen. But what if the Cowboys,
bro,
that would be dumb.
Aaron Rodgers is 39 years old.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't Brady, dog. Everybody ain't finna play excellent to 45 or 44.
But he's still spinning that thing though. He just ain't had no team.
There is a drop off that is coming, and is coming soon. You do not want to be on the other side of trading away a first round pick for a guy who just instantly drops off.
49ers?
No.
Aaron Rodgers on the 49ers would be crazy.
Should give up a first round pick for a 39-year-old.
Well, 49ers ain't got no more first round.
They ain't got nothing. But no, nobody should be giving up a first round pick for a 39-year-old quarterback, dog. You know that. You know that better than
I agree with you until you have like the Rams type situation where you got a team that they're right there. They got the team. They just need the quarterback and they'll win.
That's not first round pick though.
Why not give a first round pick if you can get Aaron Rodgers and have a run at it for a season or two? You just seen it with Tom Brady. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers got a freaking Super Bowl.
Because that's not first round trade value.
What you mean? You want to trade? Jerry Jones would definitely trade a first round pick if he knew he was going to the Super Bowl.
Jerry Jones is cracked out, bro. Coked out. Like
with Irsay, he been chilling with Irsay.
Him and Irsay, dog. Like everybody ain't Jerry Jones, and Jerry Jones ain't in a position to go and get that man. So like,
yeah, he is. He got draft picks to give up.
He has a guy he's already paying like almost for it.
I know. So when you want to trade that up, so that you can get a quarterback, you just pay 50 mil for 1 year.
Trade what up?
Trade that contract up.
You gonna get rid of Dak for a year
to win a Super Bowl? Aaron Rodgers on the Cowboys.
This is why Shays ain't in nobody front office, y'all.
What you mean?
I'm just letting y'all know that's exactly why he ain't in nobody front office, y'all.
Jerry Jones would love me. I would have got all them draft picks that you would agree with. I would have agreed with him. Besides that Dallas Goedert one, I would have got you Dallas Goedert. We would have got Dallas. The Eagles went and traded before them and got Dallas Goedert when they won to Dallas. That tight end.
I know. I know the story, dog. But like, you would be a terrible GM.
No, I wouldn't,
bro. You just try to say, okay, regardless, we're gonna go in circles there. You got any shout outs before we get up out of here, dog? In the season 6, man.
in the season 6. I got one last question. Where does that Super Bowl rank out of Super Bowls you've ever seen? The Super Bowl we just witnessed. Where does that rank in your Super Bowl preferences?
Hmm.
Because I see that's top 3 for me. I'm talking about from start to finish, them boys going at it. Not that, oh, I gotta get the jitters out. And then them boys was going in. Like championship, that was the best team against the best team.
Yeah.
It wasn't like no somebody caught on fire. No, them boys been balling since the beginning, both of them.
It's top 5 for me, absolutely. Like I'm trying to think of a couple more games.
Because I think my number 2 is when the Seattle Seahawks won when Percy ran that ball back the first time, and then they won that Super Bowl, whatever. Like that's one of my first, like that defense. Like them boys was Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, Beast Mode, Legion of Boom, and then the Broncos, John Elway.
So like, I'm gonna keep it a beam. Like, I really enjoyed both of the Giants Patriots Super Bowls. I thought, as far as like overall team ball, like yeah, it was a little bit more defense heavy, but I like defense, so like that's gonna skew.
Yeah, I'm an offensive guy, so
skew things a little bit.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about the crazy plays that happened in that game, in those games,
like Plexico.
You got David Tyree here.
Mario Manningham catch.
You got Mario Manningham catch.
Eli throw.
You got shit. Yeah, that Eli was just playing outside of himself during those games.
Yeah.
I just think those was some very super and not only entertaining games, but like
methodical
play. No, like the biggest plays from those games were like immortalized type shit. You know what I mean? Like you
moments,
big moments, huge moments came out of both of those games. You know what I mean? So like it's like, so those are up there. Obviously, this one we just saw, you know, without being prisoner of the moment, that was just a phenomenal game. It's top 5 for me. I would have to really like think about where I'm going to play some of these games as far as ranks. But top 5 for me for sure.
And definitely top 3 for me, because the first time you got the 2 African American quarterbacks going at it. The first time you got so many records that were broken. Jalen Hurts, you know, 3 rush, only quarterback with 3 rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown, over 300 yards. You got the longest punt return. You know what I'm saying? Nick Sirianni, I'm still, you know, learning about him, but I think Andy Reid, if he stays, I mean, he might retire anytime, but I think he can actually go for that GOAT coach. Because players love playing for him. So he's like just further cementing himself. And I think if he can stay another year or two, he might cement himself in the Mount Rushmore, at least if not the number 1, but definitely the Mount Rushmore of coaches. So also when you can put the coach up there as well, we're witnessing greatness. And when he's gone, we're going to miss it. Because the ring around the rosy, like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but just so we be clear, Nick Sirianni also showed he arrived too.
Oh yeah.
You just so happen to be going against Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, and Andy Reid. And Travis Kelce.
Look.
And Bolton.
No, I'm gonna keep it a beam.
And Kadarius
the matchup, the coaching matchups was
on point.
Was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like the coach.
It was the turnover, something the coach can't control. Like
exactly. Like, is Nick Sirianni's team gonna be able to sit here and hold the Chiefs from scoring? No, I don't give a fuck how good your defense is, because that man is on the other side.
They're gonna out scheme you though.
They can scheme and do all that stuff, but
no, I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes and them.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, but they were scheming too.
But listen to this though.
The Eagles were scheming too, and we saw Patrick Mahomes multiple times run to the back of his center, bounce off of him, roll out, and then hit somebody on a play that should not happen unless it was Patrick Mahomes back there. And that's why I'm saying, like, even though when Nick Sirianni, he drew up good defenses, but when you got that kind of player on that side of the field that can make something out of absolutely nothing, and he could do it several times, the majority of the game.
But let me ask you a question. What do we always say about Belichick when you play against him on defense? He's going to take away your greatest strength, right? Or either your greatest strength or your best player, right?
Right.
But that's what Andy Reid does against other teams' defenses. Like the Eagles' strength was their defensive line, and it was a combination of Patrick Mahomes, but it's also a combination of the play call and also the blocking scheme to make it to where they don't have a sack. Like the coaching there is just like, but you also got to have the player to execute it.
I will say this:
so
Nick Sirianni,
he's there.
He minimized the Chiefs' #1 target.
Who, Kelsey?
Yeah. Kelsey just the week before had what, 14 catches?
Yeah.
He had 6 catches. 4 of them was in the first half. You see what I'm saying? Like, he went and drew up the play calling in that second half to try to take away Kelsey, and then that's when Juju started to come on. You know what I mean? And that's when you started seeing plays
because they had Gardner Johnson probably shadowing over the top and double teaming.
Right. So that's when you saw,
Gardner Johnson was popping.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit Pacheco.
Yeah.
Pacheco almost had to check out of the game for a sec.
Yeah, that boy got hit with the.
That's why he said what he said on Twitter.
All right, man.
But yeah, bro.
Any shout outs?
Shouts out to the homie ST. Shouts out to the homie Ryan. Shouts out to all the homies out there across the world, nationwide. Apollo, my boy Marcus, Reg Reed, Queen B, Steph. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. It's been a heck of a season. We learned so much. We grew. We got some powerful things coming. We got some moves coming. I'm really excited. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know we say that all the time, but like, I'm really excited for next season. I think next season is going to be a lot different. I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy, kind of surreal. You know what I'm saying? We 116 episodes in, season 6 going to season 7. You feel me? But man, shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man.
Hey, man. Like he said, shout out to all y'all for rocking with us. Shout out to happy belated to my dog P. G. Y'all know what it is, man. Shout out to the homie P. Shout out to everybody rocking with us worldwide. Shout out to just life, man. Like I appreciate being able to just continue to keep doing this, man. We're 116 episodes in, 6 seasons complete in the books. We'll be back some point next month, man. We'll just keep stay posted on our our socials. I'm sure once we got the date in mind, I will make something and y'all will know, and then we will promote that shit, and then y'all will know that we back, and we're gonna be back and better than ever. You already know what it is, man. Until next time, though. Where my shit at? There we go. Till next time. This been Homie Studios. Get it?